Hello everybody, welcome back to Tabulo. We now have 3 boards available, the wood board, the black board and the gold board. But what I'm going to do is, rather than just going through all the boards in a row, what I think I'm going to do is do a board and then a class, then a board, then a class as we start making progress on new stuff. So to do class C difficulty, minus $1 of base gain after each round. But with the wood board we do get the 1 extra piece. So this we just score and skip. We know we're going to get the pieces we need, or the points we need. $10 dues. Used to make a piece gold. Gain 3 random pieces. Increase the rank of a piece by 1. Let's sell these 2. Buy this. We get 2 knights, which is interesting. Can we do... If we do this... We now have 3 knights. We can't have all the knights attack each other all the time. But you attack 2 knights, you attack a knight, you attack a knight. We'll see how we go from there. $5 left. I think that'll be fine. Disable 3 rows of squares. Modify 2 random squares. That'll be fine. So we just move this whole shindig down here. And go. $14 points, nay bother. We get an emerald for base 5 and a ruby square to randomize pieces. So let's move this back up here. Take our 5. 0.25 to the final score for each empty piece slot. Currently 1.25. Make a square emerald, modify 2 random squares. I will do this. And we'll have a nice desert painting. So we're going to leave the piece empty. We'll go next round. Disable 3 rows of squares. Totally fine. Hit score. Are those sound effects still really loud? How's that? When a sapphire piece successfully triggers, gain 0.1x. Pieces on the edge of the board score for +4. Queens score pieces of other ranks for +8. We could do that to get 2 pieces to the edge of the board. And we'll keep our money. 8 points, no bother at all. These early rounds never causing much problem these days, but don't know what the other difficulties will have to say about that. If there is only 1 piece of a rank, it re-triggers 2 times at end of round. No, I want if there's only 1 type of rank. 50% to modify a random piece or square at the start of the round. Increase a rank of a piece by +2. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna sell this knight, buy a pawn, and hope that this goes okay. If there is only 1 piece of a rank, it re-triggers 2 times at the end of the round. I think this will be fine. Disable 3 rows of squares. Next shop is free. Alright, we'll do that instead. It's a shame we don't get the double scoring from this being in the corner, which counts as 2 different edges. But Shrine is doing huge amounts of work for us. I should also remember to use the save function, but I always forget. Gain a pawn or knight at the end of the round. This can make huge amounts because it goes over the piece limit, but not what we want right now. A gold rook, a sapphire pawn. You can sell that for 3. Buy that for 5. Sell that for 1. Buy that for 2. Well, you don't score others, but maybe you will later. If we put a king right in the middle of here, I'd be pretty happy. I don't want a ruby square. I think we're going to be fine with that. Spawn 5 red bishops, minus $1 if scored. Right, let's try and keep stuff off of the diagonals that we want to use. It's going to be hard with what we've got. Right. We definitely want to move some stuff, I think. I wish I could highlight all of the affected territory at once. Well, actually, that hits one piece, that hits one piece, that hits another piece. So if we do this, I think we lose like $1 overall, and that won't be terrible. We are getting tons of points. 63, 110. As the empty point slots continue to rack up. At the end of the round, knights jump to a random square and re-trigger. Pieces that are not scored in a round gain +4 base points. The piece in the middle of this tile score for 1.5x. Now the problem is the knight. I could put that around the knight, but the knight doesn't get scored. But is it score or get scored? Not sure. We'll try and find out. Let's make sure that's all correct first. So try and pay attention to see if this guy scores for more. No, I think we need other things to hit him to score. So being scored versus doing scoring. But that's okay. Rooks gain 10 temporary points at the start of the round. Used to make a square dark. Used to increase the rank of a piece by 2. So pawn, knight, rook, bishop, king, queen. I think. Because I definitely want to increase the number of pieces I have a little bit. So does this become a queen? A king? That's unideal, honestly. That is unideal. Modify pieces score for +4. I want that. We're probably going to be okay for 60. You know what? I'm going to do this. We get 2 pawns and slightly less multiplier, but I think it works out okay. Set money to 0 if modified pieces are scored. I'll pass on that, thanks. All right, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Increase a rank by 1. Does that mean you're a queen? No, king is the top. Okay, so king is the top piece. Okay. Well, that was 300 points. We'll be okay for another round. Disable the center diagonals. No bother at all. We can rinse through that because we know we're going to be fine. Used to gain 3 random pieces. Pieces on dark squares are scored for +2. Pieces with exactly 1 neighbor are +7. Give me 3 random pieces. These are not pieces I wanted. I'll keep the knight. No, will I? No, I won't. I need more money. Previous score 415, upcoming 100. That's going to be just fine too. If we click skip, it just does everything immediately. We know what scores we're expecting. Hey, a bishop, finally. Pieces score for +2 per $5 you have. Rooks in the corner are scored for 1.25x. Okay. I'll stick a bishop there so it scores the knight for 1.5x. We don't have a rook. Make a square emerald. That'll be you. +2 for $5 you have. I love the idea of this over time, but I'm going to need more ways to make money. Gain a knight. Disable 1 random tile. That is risky business. So I'm not going to do it. Now, this guy scores for 1.5x when scored. And because we have 1 bishop, the bishop's going to score 2 additional times. And so that 1.5x will really start to climb. So now I would really like a queen and a rook. $2x there. Used to make a peace emerald. At the end of round, pieces on light squares re-trigger and pieces on dark squares are destroyed. I mean, I would love to get that to work, but the way it's going, not so much. Make a peace emerald. Modify 2 random squares, a second bishop, second knight. I'm just gonna keep our cash. Shuffle all pieces at the start of round. Oh god. That's hell. Like, we're gonna end up without any pieces that can hit anything. Like, if a pawn ends up over here, it's useless, as does the king. Maybe just for this, we try and get it so if stuff shuffles, it has the best chance of still scoring other stuff. That went about as well as I could hope, I think. Alright, that's like 150. We're going to double that. We've got enough points. Lovely. I did not save my layout because I'm a forgetful man. Pieces scored by kings gain +1 base points. Yes. Yes to that. When a sapphire piece successfully triggers, gain 0.1x to the final score. We have 2 sapphire pawns. So yes to that as well. We're really not climbing our money tree very well, but it is what it is. But these 2 pawns are going to get scored 3 times each by the king because of our shrine re-triggering them, which is lovely. And a final score of 386, 2.5 to 966. Get our money. Increase the rank of a piece by 2. Okay, so I guess this is our ranking. So the bishop could become a queen, or a knight could become a rook. These are our tile types. I definitely want to promote something. I guess bishop into a queen. And then the queen can go there and attack everything on this line and the knight. That'll be nice. Pieces in the corner re-trigger at the end of the round. I could put the queen in the corner. Then it would re-trigger against all of these guys, but would miss the knight. I think re-triggering on all of these is probably worthwhile. But we want to get the knight hit multiple times, don't we? Because of the swim ring. Alright. So we're not doing weather app. Shuffle pieces. No, I don't want to do that again. I will pass on that one. What I want to see is beam increase. Between beam and desert, I think we could be quite alright into the late game, even with a minor number of pieces. What I haven't checked yet is the Steam achievements for the game. I bet there could be some really interesting stuff, like win a game with no more than 5 pieces owned at any moment, or something like that. Win a game with only pawns. Alright, we know that we're there. The re-triggering is going wild. 601, 1503, 1635. Pieces between rooks are scored for +3. Increase a rank by 1. We don't have a bishop. We have lots of knights, lots of pawns. I can't buy and hold this. The knight could become a bishop. Sure. Now, rather than attacking the pawns, it's attacking this square. So I could do that or something. I gain 2 random pieces. There's a knight. We'll sell this pawn. We'll go back to here, and then that gets attacked by the queen, attacks the knight. 6 of 12 keeps this on 2.5. $11 next round. Tournament 5 of 6. Spawn 5 red knights. All other pieces lose 10% points if scored. Okay, let's pen stuff in here in a way that means that hopefully knights won't be able to get to them. This is like this tile and this tile about the only bad ones for a knight. Well, you can put that there, that there. Now this is the only bad tile, I think. Oh, that one as well, yeah. Okay. So this guy's going to lose some points as he's scored, but otherwise that'll be fine. I should consider putting this queen down here, because then the queen can attack the bishop, but the bishop also then gets to attack the queen. $485 plus a bunch. Knights go away. Gain $7 after a boss round. Bit late, buddy. Bit late. Get 3 random pieces. Make a square emerald. So I was hypothesizing this instead. We just don't have a rook. None of those are rooks. Queens gain 15 temporary points at the start of the round. Problem is the queen's not being attacked very much. Just the bishop. Pieces scored 6 times in a round gain +3 base points at the end of the round. That's great because we have loads of re-triggers, so I think the re-triggers should impact that. Base value of the pawns should be getting quite high given they keep getting scored by the knight, by the king. And just so many re-triggers. Yeah, I think it's the blue +1s that appear. So 852, 275, 1.3. Beam's not doing as much as I would like it to, but so be it. King score 1 wider is great. We need to do some shuffling. Get all of this stuff in. Expansion, king score 1 wider. Now the king gets the knight and the queen, which is really good for us. 3,000 points, upcoming 2,000 points. I'm not shuffling my pieces. It's not happening. So I'm hoping this knight's going to get ridiculously big because it's 1.5x'd when it's scored. It should be scored 3 times by the bishop, 3 times by the queen, and 3 times by the king. That's my hope, at least. Oh yeah, look at that knight go. And then we get the bonuses on top. Everything gains 3 base value thanks to toy blocks, pretty much. Bishops on light squares score each other for 4. If a piece is destroyed, random piece gains 2. None of that helps. Retrigger lower ranked pieces scored by kings. That's incredibly good. Alright, money tree has not amounted to anything. Royal order is going to be great. The only problem is, well, it will re-trigger the queen, which will re-trigger the knight, which re-triggers or scores the pawns. This is our final. Temporarily decrease the rank of 2 random pieces. I hate that. Interesting. Well, this is still worth 15 points, and it's still going to be scored a lot of times. It's not as many times as I would like, though. This is now 3x. This is 1.3x. I just wonder if I would be better doing something like that, because then the rook hits the white pawn. The king also still hits the white pawn, as does the bishop. Alright, we'll see how this goes. 3,000 points to win. Oh, we got 3 pawns now, so we're going to have fewer re-triggers of stuff. Because we lost 1 unique piece. But the rook is still doing okay. This is on 3x, so we just need 1,000 points to win. We now have that. Plus whatever beam gets us. Oh yeah, we're cruising. 26,000 points. They get returned to their originals. Should we do a little endless today? We'll go fast through the rounds, but I just want to get... What is this? Use to gain a random epic tile in your inventory. Golden egg. After 6 rounds, gain a powerful reward. I know I'm going to get through 6 rounds of endless. And it's very big. Not today, egg. Pieces without neighbors have 50% chance to multiply the final score by 1.25. It's pretty good. I'd have to find room for it. This pawn's base score is now 33. Quartz Knight re-triggers at the end of the round. That would be great, except this guy's already got a base score of 31, which is more valuable to me. I don't know if I can get more room for satellite amongst all of this stuff. Because you can't rotate pieces. It'd be fun if there was a board that let you rotate pieces. Like no other buffs, but you can rotate your tiles. That'd be cool. I think we're just gonna pass on this. Yeah. So we're still getting more free pieces for each round that goes by, or each semi-final and grand final, which means desert's just going to keep getting bigger. That is 13,000 plus our multipliers. rank by 2 would be a knight into a rook. Okay, and that definitely wants to score the knight at the very least. We can do that there. My dog is jumping around. One moment. I basically just have to keep him out of trouble. He's looking out the window, bless him. Shop pre-rolls have 30% chance to be free. Used to give a random rare tile in your inventory. Gold pieces and chances have a 100% chance to trigger. Not right now. The dog has left. But I was worried about this rook. If the rook could attack the queen and the knight, I'd be very happy about it. But how I negotiate that, I'm not sure. That's good. I'm happy about that. If I put it there, it also gets attacked by the knight and is on the edge of the board. No, it doesn't. By the bishop first, but no, it's... the space doesn't work out. That's fine. Disable 3 columns. No thanks. Right, let's get that chewing through. Just watch the knight grow. 37,000. Then we triple that and double it. That's getting strong. Is the beam. Rook's neighbouring pawns score for 4 extra. No. Gain 2 random extra pieces. No. Promotion 1. Probably not. So we now have 7 pieces. Do we want to get rid of one of these pawns so that the other pawn scores 3 times? Well, the pawn's not scoring anything. So... why is this? I thought... oh, is it black square? Black pawns square... black pawns score diagonally. Square pawns do horizontally. Is that right? So this guy's actually doing something. Which is interesting. We can test this. Yeah, okay. We don't want to increase the rank of anything then, because we have a king, a queen, a rook, a bishop, and a knight. Would I rather this pawn attack in triplicate or have 2 pawns? I'm just going to keep 2 pawns. Right now, it's not a huge problem. Destroy all tiles in inventory. Absolutely, mate. You go right for that. 47, 153, 384. Square gold, square dark. Lower pieces score lower ranked pieces for +4. Promotion, lovers. At the end of the round, gain $2 per times the least scored piece was scored. I mean, this bishop's not getting scored by anything, so... gain $3 for each piece that is not scored at the end of the round. When you use a coin, gain a random piece. None of this stuff is helpful. All pieces score for +2 if you have less than 10 pieces. That would be helpful. It's just a case of, can I fit any more stuff in? I'm doubtful. It's a real tight little jigsaw we have, isn't it? Because we do not have just a lot of free room. And like once I'm attached to the effect of something, I really don't like getting rid of things. Oh. Very nice. Happy about that. 50k, we know we can do that. The knight's 50k on its own. And then after bonuses, 500,000. Living on the edge. Knights on the edge of the board score other pieces for 1.5x. Not right now. Spawn a red queen, disable squares it can score. No thanks. $587. Ruby squares do not transform pieces to lower ranks. 25% for queens scored by pawns to re-trigger. Then I want to do that and get that, but that's so big. A piece is on one of the 4 center squares. It scores other pieces for 5. I need to get rid of something. Pieces on the edge of the board score for +4. Can go. Now, where am I going to fit any of this stuff in? It'll do, I think. I think it'll do. Tile. Disable all pieces until 1 tile is sold. I should have brought an extra tile with me. This is what I get for not looking ahead. I haven't been burned enough times to really think about it. 97k on the night now. 100k, 300k, 1.1 mil. All pieces score for +5 if you have more than 10. No. Make a random rare tile in your inventory. Knighted is back. We have a second Knighted. And it fits. Oh my goodness. Right. We're getting close to our limits here. 1.75. 2.3. It's growing. It's still growing. Pawns next to higher rank pieces are scored for 4. We don't really have room for, like, anything. Just spawn 2 red kings, destroy pieces that they can touch. It's basically just that. Disable all pieces till 1 tile is sold. No, we do not have spares for that. Just watching the night. That is where basically all of our value is. The only problem is we can't get a pawn to attack the knight. What happened? What is... We lost a crown here. Am I going mad? Why didn't we get humongous score? Did I break something? $80,000. I'm so confused as to what just happened. Add a copy of a random active tile in your inventory. Into your inventory. Emerald pieces give 5 more. All pieces score for +2 if you have less than 10 pieces. Not worth it to me. Next round, 1.8 million. That's probably where we're going to come unstuck. We've got a lot of money, but not much we can do about it, I think. Increase the rank of a piece by 3? That doesn't help me. Is it time to get rid of one of these pawns? %25 chance for queens scored by pawns to retrigger. No, because, well, this pawn and this pawn scores once each. If we get rid of this pawn now scores it 3 times. So maybe that is better. We also get more value out of desert then. Bishops on light squares, money. Destroy the piece in the top left. It's too late for that. Spawn 2 red kings. They destroy pieces they can score at the start of the round. So it's just... I'm going to put this here. To see where they spawn. Oh, are they going to have extra range? No, they're not. But this can't hit the knight now, which is a problem. Oh, it's never going to hit the knight. Well, don't say never. That hits the knight. This hits the knight. We can be without 1 knighted for a second. 1.8 million points. I don't think we're getting there, but this is our best shot at it. $10,000, 16,000, 24, 36, 54, 82, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2.5 million. We get there. Upcoming 8 million. All right, so our race is run. We are not getting past this. Pieces on modified squares score for 1.5x, but other pieces are destroyed at the end of the round. Alright, can we make the 8 million? Even if we burn everything down to do it. I doubt we're making 8 million. He says. He says. Okay. We made 8 million. Oh my god, we can do a pawn, a rook, and a bishop. $16 million, 24 million. I don't think we're going to get that selection of pieces again, but we can go once more. $20 million, but we gain a knight. We don't need a knight. The knight's the one thing that we don't need. What I need is 3 pieces to modify tiles with. All right, Knight, what can you do? 20 mil. $25, $37, $84. 1.8 billion points. And $14. Each tile neighboring this tile multiplies the final score by 1.2. That's fun. It's not going to be enough to make us win at this late stage. But it's fun. Used to get a random epic tile. Used to make a piece emerald. Oh, not enough money. We're totally spent. Disable one random piece. Alright, we are cooked. Completely and utterly cooked. 3,400 points. Oh, now we know you need 18 million to win. But we're getting even less because we destroyed our pieces. So I didn't realize these crowns were lives. If I could have built up my pieces a bit better for this lava, we could have gone much further, but hey, 1.8 billion points, not a bad place to be. For now, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.